This is One Sentence News, a daily podcast featuring 3 news stories with a sentence-long summary and 1 sentence of context apiece. I'm Colin Wright. It's Friday, January 21st, 2022. Let's talk about the news. From the Wall Street Journal, violent crime and rising costs put South Africa's mining industry in a deep hole. Waves of violence, theft, and inflating costs related to regulatory concerns and infrastructural issues are causing some entities in South Africa's famed mining sector to look elsewhere for future expansion and investment. South Africa has long boasted one of the most productive mining sectors in the world, weighing in at around $24 billion and providing the raw materials for not quite half of all the gold bullion and jewelry ever produced. But a slew of new variables, like the country's struggling economy, which has been weakened even further by pandemic-related issues, a record-high unemployment rate that reached nearly 35% last year, a crime wave led by well-armed, well-trained gangs that hit precious metal processing facilities 22 times in 2019 and 2020 alone, and riots connected to political corruption investigations and trials have made South Africa an increasingly uncertain place to do business, and any of these mining companies leaving could be a serious hit to the economy, as such businesses employ about 450,000 people across the country and account for around 8.4% of its total national economic output. From The Verge, Democrats unveil bill to ban online, quote, surveillance advertising, end quote. Earlier this week, congressional Democrats introduced a bill that would prohibit the targeting of users for advertising purposes. This is just one tech regulatory bill being considered right now, and it's far from enacted. But if it were to be made into law, which isn't impossible, even in the current deeply divided Congress, as anti-big tech sentiment is resurgent in both major U.S. parties at the moment, that would mean the business model that Facebook, Google, and other major tech companies rely upon, collecting data about people so they can sell well-targeted ads to their clients, would be illegal, which would probably necessitate a major pivot by some of the biggest and most influential companies in the world towards some other model, which in turn would likely change many aspects of the internet that are taken for granted today. And from the Associated Press, Bank of Russia seeks to outlaw mining and trading of crypto. On the heels of several other similar announcements from global regulatory entities, the Central Bank of Russia has proposed instigating a blanket ban on both the use and the creation of all cryptocurrencies within their borders. Such a regulation would be a big deal anywhere, as crypto things are very trendy and popular right now. But this would be especially impactful in Russia, which is one of the largest crypto mining nations. Many people who are running powerful computers to generate new crypto assets in China fled to Russia when the Chinese government banned crypto in 2021. But the central bank's proposal echoed concerns that have been voiced by technologists and other global regulators that many crypto assets operate like pyramid schemes, which makes them bad for the economy, bad for individuals, and bad for the value of more serious, stable, regulated assets. So despite such a move potentially pissing off a lot of local crypto miners, the proposal may be taken seriously and made into law. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and/or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com, and you can support this and other related projects like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts at understandery.com.